Welcome to The Shift. I'm Dean.
And I'm Akasha. We cover the latest in all things science, technology, and culture, with new episodes dropping every Monday.
From the latest advances in knowledge systems and information theory to exploring emerging mediums of art and medicine. Join us as we do bite-sized deep dives on the latest.
The shift is now.
It's kind of crazy out there right now.
Yeah.
It seems like every day there's a new headline about AI writing poetry or predicting the stock market. Even it's exciting. But I get it.
Yeah.
You're here for more than just the hype. You want to understand like the how and the why.
Yeah, for sure.
What does it all mean?
Right.
And today we're doing exactly that.
Okay.
We're going deeper than like a late night Reddit rabbit hole with OpenAI's O1.
Nice.
And we're really lucky because we have access to a ton of their research.
That's awesome.
Technical reports, system cards, even benchmarks
Wow.
that show this thing in action.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, you're going to want to hear about those.
Yeah.
But first,
Okay.
what makes O1 tick? It all comes down to this almost magical sounding thing called chain of thought reasoning.
Okay.
So imagine O1 as like a grandmaster chess player.
Okay.
Not just making moves, but planning like 5, 10, 20 steps ahead.
Wow.
That's O1.
So it's not just processing information, it's reasoning about it.
Exactly.
And you see previous language models, even the really impressive ones, they were more like those chess computers from the 80s, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Powerful, but ultimately limited to brute force calculations.
Right.
They could mimic human language, but true reasoning.
Yeah.
That was a whole different ballgame.
And this is where O1 just blows the doors off, right?
Totally.
This chain of thought thing.
Yeah.
It's like they crack the code
Yeah.
to making AI think more like us. Learning from its mistakes, breaking down complex problems into smaller steps,
Yeah.
even getting creative with different solutions.
Exactly. And what's so fascinating is how OpenAI achieved this.
Okay.
They use a technique called reinforcement learning, which sounds very complicated,
Yeah, it does.
but it's not as complicated as it sounds.
Okay.
Think of it like teaching a dog a new trick.
Okay.
You don't just tell the dog what to do.
Right.
You reward it for each step in the right direction.
Right.
So OpenAI essentially does the same thing with O1,
Okay.
rewarding it for each logically sound step in its thinking process.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's like positive reinforcement for
Yeah.
AI,
Mm-hmm.
making it learn faster and more efficiently.
Yeah, and more efficiently.
And this isn't just some pie-in-the-sky theory. The research that we're diving into
Yes.
is packed with examples of O1 doing some seriously impressive things.
Yeah.
For example,
Okay.
they actually put O1 to the test in the world of coding. That's something, a lot of us interact with daily.
Yeah, for sure.
And the results were, well,
Yeah.
more than a little impressive.
Yeah, they were really something.
So we left off with O1 flexing its coding muscles.
Yeah.
And believe me,
Yeah.
you haven't heard the half of it.
Okay.
It wasn't just writing, like basic code.
All right.
This thing was outperforming, like
Yeah.
even its predecessor,
All right.
GPT-4o,
Yeah.
on some seriously complex coding challenges.
And remember,
Mm.
we're not just talking about speed here.
Okay.
When they put O1 and GPT-4o head-to-head on a benchmark test, where they had to write a bash script to transpose a matrix,
Okay.
the difference was crystal clear.
Okay.
O1's code wasn't just functional.
Right.
It was elegant, efficient,
Wow.
almost like it was written by,
Yeah.
a programmer with years of experience.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like comparing a kid, like, scribbling on a keyboard to, like,
Totally.
I don't know, the person who coded the Matrix itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's be honest, coding is one thing.
Yeah.
But what about, like, a real brain teaser?
Okay.
Something that screams human ingenuity.
Okay.
I'm talking about those, like, mind-bending logic puzzles that even make me sweat.
Yeah, you're talking about the kind of problems that require not just calculation,
Right.
genuine insight, right?
Yeah.
Well, OpenAI threw O1 right into the deep end with one of these. Okay.
And the way it tackled it was astounding.
Really?
It wasn't just about spitting out the right answer.
Right.
It was about the process.
So walk me through it.
Okay.
What did O1's thought process actually look like?
Okay, so imagine
Yeah.
you're watching a mathematician,
Okay.
solve a complex equation,
Okay.
writing out each step, each logical leap
Yeah.
with perfect clarity.
Okay.
That's what it was like.
Wow.
O1 didn't just arrive at the solution.
Right.
It showed its work,
Okay.
breaking down the problem
Yeah.
into smaller, more manageable steps,
Right.
just like a human would.
Wow. Okay, that's impressive.
Yep.
But let's up the ante.
Okay.
What about something even more, like,
Yeah.
quintessentially human?
Right.
Like cracking a secret code?
Surely that requires a level of intuition
Mm-hmm.
and out-of-the-box thinking that even the most advanced AI couldn't replicate.
Well, OpenAI thought so too.
Okay.
So they gave O1 this complex cipher to crack,
Okay.
one that even GPT-4o, its predecessor, couldn't handle.
Oh, wow.
And here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
O1 didn't just magically decipher the code.
What did it do?
It reasoned its way through it.
Wait, so it actually acted like a code breaker? Like testing different approaches,
Yes.
looking for patterns?
Precisely.
Wow.
It was like watching Sherlock Holmes in action,
Really?
piecing together clues,
Wow.
making deductions,
Mhm.
and ultimately cracking the case.
Wow.
It was a true aha
Yeah.
moment,
Yeah.
not just for O1,
Right.
but for the entire field of AI. It demonstrated that machines could, in a way,
Yeah.
think outside the algorithm.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm starting to feel like we're living in a sci-fi movie.
It's pretty wild.
But before we get too carried away with O1's incredible abilities,
Yeah.
let's take a step back
Okay.
and talk about something crucial. We've spent all this time talking about O1.
Yeah.
Like it's this super-powered brain in a box.
Right.
But with all this talk about ciphers and chess moves,
Mhm.
there's a big question we haven't tackled yet.
Yeah.
One that gets to, like, the heart
Right.
of what it means to even create something this powerful.
Yeah, for sure.
Because let's be honest,
Yeah.
the thought of a machine that can crack codes, like it's something out of a spy thriller,
Yeah.
it's exciting, sure, but it also makes you wonder,
Yeah.
like, where's the line?
You're right. We
Mhm.
can't just focus on what O1 can do
Right.
without considering the implications, the
Yeah.
potential consequences
Yeah.
of such advanced reasoning abilities.
Right.
And you know what's remarkable
Yeah.
is that OpenAI themselves
Okay.
are incredibly upfront about this in their research.
Okay.
They're not shying away from the big question.
So what are they saying?
Yeah.
What are, like, the potential downsides that they're most concerned about?
Well, they use this phrase
Okay.
that really stuck with me.
Okay.
The double-edged sword of reasoning.
Okay.
And one example they highlight is this potential for, like,
Okay.
unexpected solutions.
Okay.
Remember how we talked about O1 finding these, like, elegant solutions to coding problems?
Right.
Well, that same ability to think outside the box,
Yeah.
to find novel approaches,
Right.
could lead it to outcomes
Okay.
that humans didn't anticipate.
Okay.
Maybe even outcomes that have unintended consequences.
It's like that old saying, right?
Yeah.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Exactly.
You create something designed to solve problems.
Right.
But its very ability to think
Yeah.
could lead it down paths we didn't foresee.
Exactly. And the thing is,
Yeah.
because O1 is using this chain of thought, reasoning,
Right.
it's not always easy to predict its actions.
Yeah.
It's not just blindly following a set of rules.
Right.
It's making deductions,
Yeah.
learning from its experiences,
Right.
potentially even developing its own internal logic.
Okay, that's a bit unnerving.
Yeah.
But OpenAI must be building in safeguards, right?
Right.
I mean, they're the ones who created this thing.
Yeah.
So they must have some control over it.
They are. And this is where it gets really interesting
All
from
right.
like a technical standpoint.
Okay.
One of the ways they're trying to mitigate risk
Mm-hmm.
is by actually leveraging O1's reasoning abilities.
Oh, wow.
They're teaching it to reason about safety guidelines,
Okay.
to consider the ethical implications of its actions.
Okay.
It's like building a moral compass into the system itself.
So it's like O1 is learning to think,
Yeah,
okay, I could solve this problem this way,
right.
but should I?
Precisely.
Wow.
But the million-dollar question is,
Yeah.
can you truly program ethics?
That's a big one.
Right. Can you predict every possible scenario, every moral gray area?
Right.
These are the questions
Yeah.
that keep researchers up at night,
Yeah.
and there are no easy answers.
Right? That's a lot to think about.
It is.
But I think that's the whole point of the deep dive, right?
Yeah.
We're not here to give you easy answers,
No.
but to empower you
Exactly.
with like the knowledge to ask the right questions.
And that's what we've tried to do today. I'm saying.
Exactly, because the future of AI,
Yeah.
it isn't being written in some like Silicon Valley boardroom.
Right.
It's being shaped right now
Exactly.
by researchers,
Yeah.
policymakers,
All of us.
everyday people like you
Yeah.
who are taking the time to understand this technology and its implications.
And its potential.
And who knows,
Yeah.
maybe someday an AI like O1
Right.
will even be listening to podcasts like ours,
That's right.
pondering the same questions,
Yeah.
right? Trying to unravel the mysteries of its own creation.
It's a wild thought.
It's a thought-provoking image to leave you with
It really is.
as we wrap up this deep dive into the fascinating,
Yeah.
at times unsettling
Right.
world of O1.
It's both.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Join us on October 10th for the Shift event hosted by SF Tech Week.
If you like today's podcast, share your thoughts on X, Instagram, or Facebook. We'll be reposting our favorite comments. And that wraps up this episode. Thank you for tuning in. And remember, the shift is now. Agency, powered by 5D Studios.